If you're trying to figure out where to actually get in the water around Austin this summer, this video is going to save you a lot of time because the reality is not all of these places are worth it, at least not all the time. Some of them are incredible if you go at the right time of the day. Some of them look amazing online, but are completely dependent on rainfall. And some honestly just don't live up to the expectations when you actually get there. We're going to walk you through the best places to actually get in the water around Austin, what they're really like in real life, and who they're best for. And we'll also give you our personal go-to spots and our top 3 overall so you can actually narrow it down.
We always tell people that your lifestyle in Austin changes in the summer. You start thinking differently about your weekends. You start thinking about where you can cool off, how far you want to drive, how crowded something might be, and whether it's actually going to be or feel relaxing once you get there. And one of the biggest things people don't realize is how much where you live impacts how often you take advantage of these places. If something is close, you'll go all the time. If it's further away, it becomes something you have to plan for and sometimes never actually get around to. Don't just think about what looks the best. Think about what you would realistically do on a Saturday or Sunday.
Let's start with the iconic spots. The first one is obviously Barton Springs Pool. This is the Austin classic. If you picture summer in Austin, this is probably what comes to mind. The water stays cold year round, usually in the high 60s, and when it's over 100 degrees outside, that feels actually incredible in a way that's hard to explain until you've actually been there. It's right in the middle of the city, which makes it really easy to get to, and it's one of those places that really defines the Austin experience. But the honest truth is, it can be a lot, and it gets crowded. It gets loud, and if you show up at the wrong time, it can feel more stressful than relaxing. So timing is everything here. Early mornings are calm, evenings are a completely different vibe, and weekdays are always the best if you can make that work. It's a mix of everything, and that's part of what makes it feel like Austin.
You can even go to like one of those Zilker plays. You put down your blanket and you go down and cool off, and then you go back to the show. They're really fun. The other iconic option that people sometimes overlook is Deep Eddy Pool. This one is a completely different experience. It's actually the oldest swimming pool in Texas, and it feels a lot more relaxed overall. It's not quite as cold as Barton Springs. It's more shallow in areas, and it's just easier to enjoy without feeling like you're navigating a crowd the entire time. This is usually what we recommend for families or for anyone who wants something simple and low-key. It's also one of those places where you can actually stay for a while and settle in. You're not constantly adjusting or trying to find space. Barton Springs feels like a lot. This is usually a really good alternative.
Now, if you're looking for something more scenic or more of an experience, these are worth the drive. One of the most well-known is Hamilton Pool Preserve. This is the one with the waterfall and the grotto that you've probably seen all over social media. It's beautiful, it's unique, it doesn't really feel like Texas, but this is not something you can just decide to do last minute. You usually need a reservation, and depending on conditions, swimming might not even be allowed. So this is more of a planned outing. It is great if you want something memorable, but it's not something you can do just casually.
Another option in the same category is Jacob's Well. Have you been there?
Yes.
This one is more of an experience than just a place to swim. It's a deep natural spring, really clear water, and it has a completely different feel from anything in the city. There's also a little bit more structure to it in terms of how you can access it. And like Hamilton Pool, it fills up quickly and usually requires reservations. This is something you plan for. Both of these are great, but they take effort. And that's really the main takeaway.
Lake life. If you want more space and more flexibility, the lakes are usually the better option. Lake Travis is where most people go for a full day on the water. This is boating, floating, hanging out with friends. It's more of a social environment, and it's great for that, but it's not necessarily a quick or easy outing. Water levels can also change quite a bit depending on the year, so your experience might look different depending on when you actually go.
And then you have Lake Austin. It is more consistent and usually a little more calm. It's great for paddleboarding, kayaking, just being on the water without the same level of activity you might get on Lake Travis. And depending on where you live, this one can be one of the most convenient options. We usually go down to that boat dock and you can rent a stand-up paddleboarding and kayaks, and it's super easy and very inexpensive.
It's lots of fun.
Yeah.
So, and if you want Lake Travis without committing to a full lake day, one of the best options is Bob Wentz Park at Windy Point, which I love. This is one of the easiest ways to actually get in the water. You can bring chairs, bring a cooler, and walk right in and just spend a few hours. It's very approachable and doesn't require a lot of planning, which is why people keep going back.
And easy to park.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Before we keep going, we want to just pause for a second because this is what really makes or breaks your experience. There are a few mistakes people can make. They completely change how your day goes. The first one is going at the wrong time. Midday weekends are busiest everywhere.
The second, not checking water conditions. Places like Sculpture Falls or McKinney Falls State Park can look completely different depending on rainfall. And I've seen this. It can be like raging or just a very gentle little stream.
Third is not thinking about access, reservation, parking, capacity. All of that matters more than people expect. Now, if you want something that feels more local and less crowded, these are some of the best options. One of the most underrated is Emma Metropolitan Park. We love Emma. We take our dogs off leash. Everyone's super friendly. It's awesome. And if you're willing to hike a little, Sculpture Falls is a great option.
Another strong option is McKinney Falls State Park. This actually is my go-to because it's easy and close. If you're open to driving a little further, this is where you really start to feel like you're getting away. My favorite is Pedernales Falls State Park. It's beautiful. You can hike around the falls, and also you can hike down to some great swimming holes.
And then you have Blue Hole Region Park and the San Marcos River, which I grew up going to. So reach out to us. We'd love to help. If you have any questions about watering holes, places to go hike, and just be outdoors during the summer.